Cardano has pumped over 1100% since the beginning of the year, and we find ourselves right now at a very interesting price and project development juncture. In the last 7 days, ADA has pumped over 50%. It's even flipped Tether and Binance Coin BNB to become the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap on CoinMarketCap. And a lot of this seems to be happening in anticipation of the Alonzo rollout. This is the much awaited update that will add smart contracts and DeFi capabilities to Cardano. This is huge because really the Alonzo rollout could bring Cardano up to speed with leading DeFi platforms such as Ethereum, Binance, Polygon, and many others as well. And it should never be forgotten that DeFi integration is what has historically led to phenomenal upward price movements for some of our favorite projects. Just have a look at some of these. Right now, Alonzo is expected to be rolled out on September 12th of this year. That's September 12th, 2021. Could this mean that Cardano is on the brink of truly going parabolic? Or is it already overbought and could we maybe expect to see a price correction? Could the launch of Alonzo potentially face another delay? What does it all mean for the price of ADA? In this video, I'm going to break it all down and let you know exactly what you ought to prepare for. But before we deep dive, allow me to introduce myself. I am Maddie and we are Altcoin Buzz, a crypto investing research company. Guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to Altcoin Buzz, and hit the bell as well to never miss a future video. All right, quick disclaimer. Crypto, as we all know, is volatile. And just like any other investment, there are associated risks. But if you are careful and if you truly understand the market, of course, it can prove to be very rewarding. The key is that you must manage your risk. It's up to you because this is not financial or investment advice. All right, with that out of the way, let's get cracking. So recently, ADA has managed to do something that very few altcoins do. It's been able to establish its own rallies, its own peaks and troughs in terms of price fluctuations that have been relatively less dependent on Bitcoin's price fluctuations. As you can see based on the charts here, versus other altcoins, ADA is relatively uncorrelated to the price of Bitcoin, or at least the correlation is much less than we typically expect to see. It's clear that over the last 6 months, ADA has swung upward in price a couple of times, even when Bitcoin has been either consolidating or dropping altogether. Now, this generally happens when an altcoin project is about to roll out a major upgrade. And for Cardano, it's the Alonzo upgrade via a hard fork combinator event. However, here's our insight. We do not believe that Alonzo is the only driving force behind ADA's recent price rallies. Less talked about variables like the project catalyst and the initial stake pool offering model are also, in our opinion, very much fueling these ADA price rallies. But what does Alonzo truly represent for Cardano? Alonzo is a hard fork that, once complete, will introduce smart contracts into the Cardano network. It will give developers the tools necessary to provide more comprehensive services to users such as DeFi dApps, NFT services, crowdfunding, and many more. Alonzo's rollout plan has been in effect since June of 2021, and recently it entered into a new phase, Alonzo Purple, which represents the final stage before the mainnet hard fork. And according to the leadership, whom we take at their word, the Alonzo mainnet hard fork progress is on track for September 12th, 2021. Alonzo Blue has already occurred. This is the phase that happened in June of 2021. Upon successful completion of the Alonzo Blue phase, the Alonzo testnet successfully forked to Alonzo White on June 15th. And now we come to Alonzo Purple. On August 8th, Cardano announced the successful launch of Alonzo Purple, the first public Cardano testnet to support smart contracts. Purple represents the third and final stage of the Alonzo upgrade. Take a look here at Cardano's holders composition by time held. Over 70% of ADA holders have a tenure somewhere between 1 and 12 months. Why did so many crypto investors suddenly get into ADA? Will they continue to buy ADA? Is it possible they'll try to sell for profit after Alonzo rolls out on September 12th? Before we understand how and what could happen, it's quite important to understand the value proposition of Alonzo and ISPO. In this context, I'm sure many of us have had horrible experiences with Ethereum and Uniswap. Failed transactions and exorbitantly high fees for everyday transfers. Well, again, with the Alonzo rollout, Cardano will be supporting smart contracts. On Cardano, the cost of executing a smart contract post Alonzo's rollout will be 51.12 cents. Now, take a look at Ethereum's average transaction fees chart. Each transaction on the Ethereum network is costing about $6.86 versus only 51 cents on Cardano. This is huge because it means running a dApp on Cardano is going to be 13 times cheaper than doing so on Ethereum. Ethereum uses an account-based model. As a result, if a smart contract rejects a transaction, you actually still end up paying the gas fees. On the contrary, with Cardano, your fees will be collected only once that particular transaction is successfully executed. This is because Cardano combines Bitcoin's UTXO model with Ethereum's ability to handle smart contracts into extended UXTO or EUXTO. Now, explaining UTXO and EUTXO is definitely beyond the scope of this video. But check out the link in the description below. We have all kinds of additional information on this topic if it's something you'd like to learn more about. So in a nutshell, Cardano very much seems to be positioning itself as a low-cost Ethereum alternative, just like Binance and Polygon actually. And we need this right now because even after the Ethereum London hard fork, gas fees are still not really falling as substantially as some would have hoped. Now, Cardano claims to be 21,000 times more energy efficient than Bitcoin. Interesting figure, 21,000. But despite this claim, Cardano's per transaction energy consumption is actually pretty close to 0.5 kilowatt hours. And this is not low enough to make Cardano a so-called green cryptocurrency. However, this may change with the Alonzo upgrade. You may recall, but recently when Elon Musk made a big stink about energy consumption and green cryptocurrencies and mining, Cardano is actually one of the few coins that got a bump, and that occurred at a time when the rest of the market was crashing precipitously. So do you think it's possible that Elon Musk could add Cardano and ADA to his portfolio? Again, if the energy consumption per transaction drops significantly post Alonzo's rollout. Should this happen, I think it's safe to say that ADA's price is going to skyrocket. But alas, we leave that to Mr. Musk to decide. A couple of months ago on a Cardano 360 episode, it was announced that around the time of the Alonzo hard fork, so we're talking September 2021, basic language support for a couple of very popular programming languages can be expected. This means any developer would be able to build dApps on Cardano. And with more dApps, Cardano's ecosystem will flourish further. More ADA will be staked and more ADA will be utilized. And along with all the other variables we've been discussing, this could also lead to a price pump for ADA, or at least contribute to one. At the time of this recording, we've not yet seen any official updates regarding the support of programming languages. Is it possible that we missed some of these updates? Comment below, guys, and let us know if that is indeed the case. Alonzo is not the final destination for Cardano. In fact, it's actually just going to mark the completion of the Goguen era, which is dedicated to smart contracts. And the Goguen era will be followed by Basho and then by Voltaire. Basho represents the era of Cardano optimization. Scalability and interoperability will be the focus, which will be achieved with the introduction of sidechains and with a second layer solution known as Hydra. Now, Cardano's TPS, or transactions per second, is a metric that has been challenged time and time again. And according to some basic calculations, Cardano's TPS right now sits at about 7. That's 7 transactions per second, which actually is a number that is shockingly low. Hydra is expected to theoretically boost Cardano's TPS all the way to 1 million. That's 1 million transactions per second. For context, that's about double the current capacity of Visa's card network. And Hydra is already in an advanced state of development. While the team is working hard on scalability and interoperability, a lot of work is also simultaneously being done to prepare for the Voltaire era, which aims to position Cardano as a fully decentralized network. It's going to introduce a voting and treasury system. Network participants will be able to use their stake and voting rights to influence the future development of the network. Interestingly, Project Catalyst is working on a great tool to bring in more developers to Cardano once Alonzo is successfully rolled out. Do you think Project Catalyst is going to be integral in helping Cardano beat out other DeFi heavyweights such as Ethereum, Polygon, and Binance? Let us know your thoughts about that in the comments below. With DeFi for Cardano being so close, initial stake pool offerings, or ISPOs on Cardano, are really starting to heat up. What exactly are ISPOs? How are they helping Cardano? And ultimately, what does this mean for the price of ADA? The initial stake pool offering model is a new way for ADA investors and the ADA community to provide financial support for a product's development. But the value proposition for ADA holders is even more interesting. The ADA holders can stake their ADA in the stake pools of development projects and can earn normal ADA staking rewards, plus the airdrops of the projects that are building on Cardano. As is evident, the projects building on Cardano and ADA holders are together exploring ISPO for fundraising and reward generation, respectively. This has further encouraged ADA staking, leading to 72% of ADA being staked. And as a result, a serious ADA supply squeeze is building. That's another factor which seems to be contributing to the price rally. Have you been staking ADA in any ISPOs? If so, let us know which ones and which are your favorites in the comments below. Check out the image. Did you read the title? Here, let's zoom into the date. Shocked? Well, this is true. This is not the first time Cardano has launched its smart contract testnet. The team had been working on its testnet in 2018, but really since then it's been shifting the goalposts. Despite a well-structured roadmap and phase updates that the network promised, once again we're seeing questions as to whether or not Alonzo will be ready for September 12th. Are they going to deliver at that time, or are we going to see further delays? Smart contracts for Cardano will need to be written in Plutus, a smart contract language using Haskell programming. This could be a potential deterrent in adoption of Cardano smart contracts, as very few developers are likely to be acquainted with Haskell. The success of Binance Smart Chain was largely driven by the fact that it was EVM compatible. This means that Ethereum developers could easily port their apps from Ethereum over to BSC. But this is not the case with Cardano. According to the official blog post, Cardano's Solidity-compatible EVM is still in its testing phase. And as a result, Cardano may not necessarily benefit from Ethereum's buzzing DeFi ecosystem. This means that Cardano's DeFi ecosystem may not flourish to the same extent that we saw with Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. However, the team is building an ERC20 converter, and this would allow Ethereum tokens to run on Cardano's proof-of-stake blockchain. In fact, for Occam Finance, the ETH ADA bidirectional bridge is already live, and such bridges are important to provide adequate liquidity to the pools. This will enable Ethereum users to fund projects building on the Cardano blockchain and seamlessly move liquidity from Ethereum to the Cardano ecosystem. Exciting times for Cardano indeed. Here are some of the potential killer dApps currently being built on Cardano. Cardano Kids, the first NFT platform on Cardano. OccamFi, Launchpad, DEX, and DAO being built on Cardano. Legity, private banking on Cardano. Liquid, a liquidity protocol built on Cardano. MinSwap, multi-pool decentralized exchange built on Cardano. Irrespective of all the delays, all the controversies, and the associated risks, Cardano is a project that's been steadily building itself up across multiple phases, and all of this has been based on groundbreaking research. And according to Charles Hoskinson, after major rollouts like the Shelly and the Mary hard forks, the team's rollout process has matured, and so they don't expect any delays this time with Alonzo. And if everything goes according to schedule, then ADA is expected to rally until September 12th. And after that, to be fair, it may experience a short-term dip. But we at Altcoin Buzz, of course, are in it for the long term. So even if there is a correction or a dip after September 12th, we're simply just going to look at that as another buying opportunity. Not financial advice, but right now, I'm speaking on behalf of the team, we are holding our ADA bags and looking to add more where possible. A year ago, we were joined by the man himself, Charles Hoskinson, in an exclusive Altcoin Buzz Spotlight interview. Check out that link in the description below. You can also see the video, which should be popping up right about now. You should definitely also check out our video about 10 reasons why we believe ADA is the future. Guys, if you enjoyed our deep research into Cardano, if you like our perspective on ADA's price potential, don't forget to like and subscribe to Altcoin Buzz. Hit the bell as well to receive notifications. Best of luck if you choose to invest. And as always, we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.